Okay, I'm live. Today I'm going to be playing some Aces High, which is one of my favorite solitaire games, and I'm going to be showing off some cards. Now the first thing I'm going to do here is, okay, so I did a test on YouTube just to see how my camera worked, my lights worked, all that. And I looked to the side because my computer's over here. So I was playing with this deck of cards, and it doesn't seem to have any aces. And so, again, I wasn't really playing seriously. I was just doing a test stream to check things out. And I'm thinking I had to have missed something. There can't, unless, I mean, I know playing cards pretty well. Unless there's decks that don't have aces, I literally have no idea. But I'm going to go through this entire deck before I do anything and see if I'm missing the aces. Because, like, I'll show you one thing that's weird. So the queens are easy to tell. You can tell it's a female. But the king and the jacks, I mean, man, I have no idea. Like, that has a sword, so I'm assuming that one is a king. I mean, I guess that's a jack, maybe? It looks kind of like... it's so hard to tell the king and jacks apart. So this isn't a great deck. It's a cool deck. I like it. It has a, you can see there, it's anodized, so it kind of shines the sides. Kind of hard to catch it, but it's really, I like the minimalist art. Really cool deck, but I mean, if I was playing, I could see an argument happening because people can't tell if they have an ace or excuse me, a jack or a king. And like I said in the beginning, I mean, I'm thinking, unless I'm wrong and there are decks that don't have aces, but I'm going to go through this entire thing and see if I just messed up. Select that. Jack or king? No idea. Okay, like that's obviously a queen, you can kind of tell. Which even that's kind of difficult, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's this number card, queen. Again, that kind of gives me a feeling it's a jack, I guess. Number card. I mean, that is crazy. It has jokers. Yeah, that's just a company card. Jokers. Yeah, there was no aces. That is crazy. Yeah, let me look up. Probably bad to do on stream, but are there playing cards that don't have aces? Huh. Okay, the first thing that comes up says that there's an Asian deck that doesn't have aces. Okay, it said it has one, so that's just some weird deck. Yeah, I'm seeing nothing. Okay, so I'm thinking I had to. These are expensive too. These were anodized and expensive. I'm thinking I had to have got a bum deck. That is so weird. I mean, that is just bizarre to me. And I'm not missing anything. I mean, these are all... those would just be the number cards. You know, 3 of diamonds. There's nothing that would make you think it's an ace. Unless one of the... wait, how many... how many royals are there? Is that what it maybe is? That's a 1, yeah, that wouldn't be... and again, that's just a company card. Joker, we know what that is. So I'm again guessing that's a jack. A queen, jack, king, queen. Again, I'll guess jack, king, king. Yeah, there's no aces in this deck. That is so bizarre. Okay, well, enough of that. That's boring to... Let me just talk about that. And here's one of my favorite decks, as far as unique decks. It's the Hammer House of Horror. And I love horror movies. It's kind of pretty much my only movies I watch, really. And usually older horror movies as well. So let's look at some of these. I tend to, a lot of these like sort of novelty decks, excuse me, I like to look at, I don't really play with, because it kind of distracts me to have all the stuff on the cards. Like if I play regular card, like when I play Aces High today, I'll just use my regular deck of cards. Let's go Dracula. That's a cool one. Yeah, that's a really cool, I love that. That's a great light going through the mummy. Yeah, I never got huge into horror Hammer. I mean, I've seen stuff here and there. Abominable Snowman. Curse of Frankenstein. But they're just great. These, these movie poster cards are just, these are ones I just look through to, they're so cool. Twins of Evil. Try to see how it... I'm trying to see what angle makes it focus the best. Another one. Movie poster with a babe on it. Oh, look at that one. That's really cool. See, this deck has aces. Yeah, that's a cool one. Prehistoric Women. Boy, there were so many of those kind of movies back in the day. Yeah, there's a lot of their Dracula ones. I feel like Dracula was definitely probably the most popular horror Hammer monster guy. I feel like Hammer had a ton of Frankenstein and a ton of Dracula. Plague of the Zombies, that's cool. Movie posters were cooler back then. This one, I think that was a Mystery Science Theater, The Lost Continent. I don't remember them doing a Hammer movie, but there's probably just a lot of movies that are like that. There's one in either Spanish or Italian. Yeah, this is cool. Vampire Circus. That's one I've seen parts of. That's a trippy movie. Okay, well those are just cool ones. Let's play some Aces High. The back is cool too. It has just kind of shows all the posters all together. Okay, so Aces High is one of my favorite. It's arguably probably one of the quickest and easiest to set up solitaire games. Very hard to win. And there's different versions of it. I just recently found out that there's a version that you can discard 5 cards, and I've never played it that way. I've always played it just, you get what you get, and either you can do it or you can't. And it is a very challenging game. I've yet to really win a plain game of Aces High. Yeah, I don't think I ever have. Okay, you don't need the jokers. Don't need that card. gotta remember to look at the camera, not only staring over at the computer. But probably at least I'll need to figure out. You know what? Let's try that right now. It's over. Yes, now you can see the cord. Oh, there you go. It's a little bit more. Maybe next time I'll get my computer higher so it looks more like I'm looking at the computer and the chat. Okay, so ace is high. So what you're trying to do, start by flipping 4 cards. I'm still trying to figure out my view. Okay. So this is your 4 cards. What you're trying to do is get rid of all your cards, so all you have left is aces. It's like what I do here. 7 of hearts is lower than a queen of hearts, so I can get rid of that. And now I have a space. And these are all, they're all your same suits. This is, you know, the lowest card of that suit, heart, so I can get rid of that. Then I have a space, so I draw 4 more. And you always draw 4 at a time. And in the beginning is when you kind of make your choice, and that's where it's kind of skill. Once you have aces up there and there's no more spaces, then it's just kind of luck of the cards. But in the beginning, when you get a space, that's really how you win or lose. Because you might have, like, let's say that was a space right that wasn't there. You'd want to decide what to move to that space that you could get rid of. Like, you know, I'd want to move that there, the 3, because then that queen of spades could get rid of that 3 of spades. Okay, so 7 is lower than the 8, so I can get rid of that. 3 is lower than the 8, so I can get rid of that. 3 I can get rid of because the queen's higher. Again, I'm back to all different suits. And I've played this game for years and years. I've never really figured out if you're better off having lower cards at the top at first, and then get the high ones at the end, or if you want get as high as you can at the beginning to the top. I don't know. I've never really figured that out. Okay, I don't need to be shuffling. I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay, so we can get rid of that 6 because the queen's higher. I can get rid of that 8 because the queen's higher. Get rid of that 3 because the 5's higher. Queen's higher. I can get rid of that 5. Put that there. This actually isn't looking too bad. And get rid of the 6 of spades. That's lower than the 8. 2 is lower than the queen. Queen's higher than the 9. I mean, this is actually a really good game. It would be ironic if my first time streaming this, I actually won it. Because I'm trying to think if I've ever... I don't think I've ever won Aces High. I've won it... There's a version on... If you have a Nintendo DS and you like cards, there's a game called... What's it called? Solitaire Overload. It literally has like over 100 solitaire games on it. It's like, if you like cards and you have a Nintendo DS, I mean, you're good for life with that one game. It's a great game. And on that one, you can discard 5 cards. So I've won it that way. And it almost kind of makes it too easy when you can discard cards. I kind of like playing it more straight like this, like you just play. If you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. So I can get rid of that 2. The ace is higher. Get rid of that 4. The queen's higher. Get rid of that 10. The queen's higher. Shoot. Okay. So see, I definitely want to get myself a space so I can get that ace up somewhere to get rid of that queen. So I can't go, so I draw. Again, you're always drawing 4 each time. So I can get rid of that 2. Sorry, my dogs are barking. Shoot. Then all different suits, so I can't do anything. So you draw 4 again. Okay, I can get rid of that 5, the jack's higher. Get rid of that 4, the 7's higher. Get rid of that jack, the ace is higher. Sorry about that, barking dogs. Get rid of the 5 because that king's higher. Well, I might be stuck here. I feel like it's bad to get an ace like that. Like it gets, because then that queen is kind of stuck. Well, let's see. Draw 4 cards again. Get rid of the 9, the king's higher. Get rid of that, king's higher. Shoot, see, this is when you start getting in stuck. Okay, so I can get rid of nothing. Oh no. Started good. Man, yeah, all different suits, so I can't do anything. This, I'm getting too low for my, gotta remember to start up higher. I can get rid of the 9 because the king's higher. I can get rid of the 2 because the jack's higher. 6 and 8 can go because the ace is higher. Okay, king can get rid of that. Ace can get rid of the king. Yeah, I'm just going to get stuck like that. I remember to play. I'm going to need to get a different setup too. If I'm playing like golf solitaire or something, I'm going to need much higher up camera. Oh well. I can't go. Okay, I can get rid of the 5 and the 6, because the 10's higher. Get rid of the 4, because the jack's higher. 10, because that's higher. Get rid of the queen, because the king's higher. 8. And the king, because the ace is higher. I'm stuck. So that's it. Not a win. Okay, I'm going to play that again, but let me show another cool deck of cards. And I'm probably also going to get something set up so I can sit. So right now I'm standing behind a table. I need to get a better table too. Like right now, if I were to put any pressure on this, as you can see, it shakes. It's not a very stable table. Okay, so let's see another deck. What's the cool one? Wild cards. It's called that because it has wild edible food. And what's cool about this one, it's a very cool deck. I lost the chain. What it has, if you can see that hole right there, you can put a chain through it. So I guess you could like carry it if you were hiking. This is one too that I look at more than I play with. I just find it distracting when it has all kinds of lettering and stuff on it. This is very cool. So the back shows you, like that's pine, and the inner bark of pine is edible. So it tells you, it's kind of hard to, probably won't be able to see that. But it just tells you, what to eat, what part of it. That one has a warning. So let's start with this. See, it shows you where it's found in the country, a drawing of it, an actual picture. It's still not focusing great. But yeah, this is purslane, and I never knew this. I have a crap ton of this in my yard. Like when I mow my lawn, well actually I weed whack. I live in the desert, so I more weed whack it. I mean, I see tons of this stuff. I think it says it's a good source of, highly nutritious. Yeah, never knew. Right in my own yard. I never knew daisies were edible either. See, they're over the whole, I guess I said the country, I should say North America. They're found everywhere. Let's see where is it best to focus? Yeah. I think the whole thing is edible too. Let me see here. So the leaves and the petals you eat. Cool. Yeah, of course, dandelions. I know dandelions are very edible. Of course, found all over North America. So that one's not focusing so well, so I'll put that away. But no, it's a very cool little, really cool deck. Again, a lot of these decks I do kind of just, look through, just to read through, not even play with. Oh, whoops. Left some cards out. So let's play another game with Aces High. Drinking good old Mountain Zebia. It's a nutritious soda. It's just stevia leaf, natural flavoring, and water. Yeah, caffeine too. They're clearly going for Mountain Dew. Okay, so let's see how it looks better so I'm not going off camera. So yeah, start right up there. Okay, so right off the bat, I can get rid of that 6 because the ace is high, the 8 is higher. Get rid of the 7 because the king is higher. That's a very good start. Again, always drawing 4. Bam, get rid of them. Obviously, and you don't have to put it in the space, you can wait, but I've never really found that works well. I just always put something in the space, unless I'm actually working towards something. So I can get rid of the king, queen. And I was just talking on the last game about, is it better to get higher cards up early or lower cards? So I guess we're going to find out because I get an ace out. I can get rid of that 8 because king is higher. Put the ace there. This is what I meant about once you're kind of set and you don't have spaces, it's just purely a luck. Like I call them mechanical games. Like you're just mechanically playing it because there's not a whole lot of choice. But in the beginning, this is where you make your choice. This is where the skill is. So obviously I'd want to put the ace there because I can get rid of the 4. Then I can put the king there. And again, they're all different suits, so I have to draw again. Man, I got all the, yeah, I'll definitely see if, geez, maybe I didn't shuffle so well. Well, I guess we're going to find out if it's better to get aces up there early or later. Get rid of that queen because the ace is higher. Get rid of the king. Okay, so then obviously I'm going to put this here so I can get rid of the king. Put that where so I can get rid of the 10. Wow, this is a crazy game. So let's see. Aces, I'm aces high. I got it. So let's see if that helps or doesn't help. I mean, I guess mathematically it wouldn't matter. Or no, because it would matter because now there's no way I can have a space now. So now it is purely just mechanical. I'm just drawing and getting rid of them. There's no real decisions I can make past just getting rid of what's lower. That's lower. And see, get rid of the 5 because of that. Get rid of the 2. Get rid of the 9 because the queen's higher. Get rid of the 2 because the 9's higher. Get rid of the 8, okay. And then get rid of the 10 and the 9 because the ace is higher. Different suits, can't do anything there. Get rid of the 10, the jack's higher. I'm sorry, I was just thinking for a second. It'd be on those minimalist cards I showed in the very beginning. I mean, not having aces, I guess I'm never going to use them, but if they had a Q or a king or a K or a J, I would know the difference between the face cards, but it's just, what a weird deck, I don't know. Okay, so I can get rid of the queen, because that's higher. Get rid of the 4, that's higher, that's higher. Get rid of that king. I'm going to just keep coming back to that. Ooh, okay. See, now that's buried. I have to, oh, again, you're always drawing 4 and always putting 4 down. So I can get rid of that 3. I can get rid of that 9. 6 and 10 can go because the ace is higher. And the 7. 2. I can get rid of that. Aces higher, I can get rid of that. This really would, yeah, I wish I could remember whether or not I've won one just playing no discard, straight aces high. I wonder if I've ever won. This is looking pretty good. Okay, get rid of that. But again, now it's just luck of the cards. Like there's no choices I can make beyond just getting rid of cards. So 8 and 5 can go, jack's higher. Ooh. See? So I thought I was going to win, then I got stuck with cards. Get rid of that. Ooh, no. See? Spoke too soon, folks. Get rid of that 3. Well, I did better than last time. Okay, so I don't think anyone's in here watching. So I'm going to try something to make it a little more comfortable. I'm going to try moving my computer up so I don't have to look down. I can look at the computer and my camera at the same time. So I'm going to get weights for that. And I'm going to plug my computer in. Uh-oh, what did I just do? There we go. Now, oh, perfect, much better. Now, unfortunately, I messed up I'm using a Mac, and my Mac dropped a while ago. And cracked the screen. And I'm guessing I broke the fan or whatever cools down a Mac, because literally right now I can smell, like it smells like burning plastic components, which I can't imagine is a good thing to smell with a computer. Okay, so I'm going to see if a chair works back there. Definitely gonna need to get a sturdier chair too, because man, anything touches this just shakes and shakes. Okay, that works. I need to change my. I'm gonna have to figure out something with this too. I don't like how you can see, like the camera's right in my face. I wonder how I would change that. So I don't really want. It would be weird if it was at more of an angle. I wonder how people do that. I guess you would have to have this higher. So I'm at some point going to have to get it higher. There. That's right in my face. Well, I don't know what to do about that. I don't know if I'm all like sitting, because it's almost impossible not to bang the. Stop shaking. Okay, let's look at another deck of cards. This is a cool one. 1977 Trivia Challenge. And this is actually a really cool set. These, what's the company that makes these? It's an answer key. It's an answer key. Each card has like a trivia about 1977 on it. And this company something back. I can't really read that. But I mean, they have like every year from like 1942 to like 1992. I actually want to get the 90s ones because that's when I was most aware of things as a kid. I think it'd be cool to have them. Let's look through some of them. Which English-born comedian, well known for his tramp character, passes away on Christmas Day? It's Charlie Chaplin. That's an easy one. Woody Allen directs and stars with Diane Keaton in this Academy Award-winning film. No idea. As I said earlier, I only watch horror movies. Huh. What technology is used for the first time to carry live telephone traffic? It must be like, is that fiber optics? Look at the 7 of... Yeah, sitting down isn't going to work. Yeah, optical fiber. Okay, so I need to move this. I like standing better. I'm kind of disappointed that this isn't... I wonder if it's light. Let me try letting in some natural light, seeing if that helps the focusing. I don't think so. This makes it look crappy. Yeah, that didn't help at all. I got a nice 4K autofocusing. I really thought it would take care of any of those problems, but I guess not. Oh, yeah. Who wrote the book Roots, upon which this year's phenomenally successful miniseries is based? What is that guy's name? Haley? Something Haley? Alex Haley. Okay, well, that's some cool trivia ones that you can't really see because it doesn't focus well enough. Flickback, that's what they're called. Flickback cards. And they just do different like trivia challenge card sets. Like I said, most of them are like based on a year. So like you'd get like that's my birth year, which is why I got that. Well, here's a huge disappointment one. So I got this. I love the worst case scenario books. I think they're really cool. And I thought this was like worst case scenario cards, which they are. But I didn't notice it's called worst case scenario survival playing cards, dating and sex. So it's kind of tongue in cheek. I mean, it's all real stuff you could do, but it's like tongue in cheek survival stuff for dating, and I was very disappointed. I thought it was going to be more like actual survival stuff. Like, you know, how to get an emergency reservation. It's like a hand with a $20 bill, like you'd slip them a $20 bill to get a reservation. You know, how to deal with body odor. how to treat a pimple. Just kind of all stuff that, I guess it's my fault for not reading the auction well enough. I just saw worst case scenario and I went for it. Here's a cool one too. First of all, this is one that shows you how to make different kinds of knots. Which would be a good one too if you're hiking or camping. Good deck to carry. But I really like the back of them. It's a really cool kind of design. And kind of bummed it's still sort of crisp and clear. It shows like that's how to make a cow ring hitch. It has little facts about it around the corners. How to make an alpine butterfly knot. Which one's that, like a... Yeah, I guess climbers use it a lot. But no, very cool little set of cards. I really like that back. I guess eventually if I get like a nice... Like see if I even like lean slightly on this, it goes crazy. I need to get like a nice... Maybe like card table, or like actual, not like card table, like cheap card, like you're playing cards table, like with the felt and stuff. That'd be cool. Have some seats. Okay, let's try another game of Aces High. And I think next time I'm going to play a game called Clear the Dungeon, which is a super cool solitaire game by a guy. His channel is Riffle, Shuffle, and Roll. He does card stuff too. But he invented it, and it's kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons-esque, very minimal Dungeons and Dragons-esque solitaire game. It's really cool. And speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, I want to get... Loot Crate had made a deck of cards that had all kinds of Dungeons and Dragons monsters on each card. There's like the Monster Compendium playing card deck, essentially. And I want to get that, because I think that'd be perfect to play Dungeon Solitaire with Dungeons and Dragons playing cards. It'd be perfect. Let me shuffle this up. Okay, so right off the bat I can get rid of the 3 because the 5's higher. And I can't do anything, so I draw 4. So I can get rid of that 3 because the king's higher. I can get rid of that 9, the 10's higher. And obviously I'm going to put the 10 there so I can get rid of that. Excuse me, the king there so I can get rid of the 10. And that 10 can go there. You know what, I'll try not... I'm not sure that is official rules, but I'm wondering... I normally always fill a space, but let's just see. I won't fill that space. Let's see if that hurts or helps my game. I get rid of the 2 because the 7's higher. I get rid of the 6 because the 10's higher. And now I am going to definitely... So I want to put the 2 over there because that 7, the king can get rid of that. All different suits, I got to draw 4 again. So I can get rid of the 3 because the jack's higher. Get rid of the 10, jack's higher. Get rid of that 5. And obviously I want to put the 9 over here, my space, because I can get rid of that king, because that's higher. Put that there and get rid of that 2 because the 9's higher. The jack can... I think I am going to fill the spaces. It feels weird not filling them. So I can get rid of the 5, that's lower. Get rid of the 6 because the 9's higher. Get rid of the 7, the jack's higher. I can get rid of the queen because the king's higher. Get rid of that 6 because the king's higher. And also I put the 8 there because the 9 can get rid of it. And obviously too, like, I couldn't get rid of... If a card's covered, it's covered. You can't... It has to be open to get rid of it. It's obvious, but just in case, I'll say it. So then I'll put king there, so I can get rid of that jack because the king's higher. I still got that 6 stuck there. I can get rid of the 2 because the 4 is higher. Get rid of the 2 because the king's higher. Nothing else. So I can get rid of the 8 and the 4 because the 9's higher. Get rid of the 9 because the king's higher. Get rid of that because the king's higher. I'll put that there because I can get rid of the king that's higher. Man, I'll put the king up there, but then I'm really, I wonder, I guess it wouldn't matter. Yeah, I'll put the king there. Look at that, I can get rid of 8, 9, and 6 because the queen's higher. And again, obviously, I said earlier, you can't take the covered, but I'll just, instead of taking covered one at a time, I'm just taking them because I can. So the queen can go because the ace is higher. 10 can go, the king's higher. 10 can go, the king's higher. There we go. And get rid of the 4 and the jack because the queen's higher. Can't do anything. Get rid of the 3 because the 5's higher. Get rid of the 5 because the 8's higher. Get rid of the 8 because the king's higher. Hair mouth. Get rid of the 5 because the king's higher. Stuck again. Get rid of the 7 because the ace is higher. Get rid of the 4 because the king's higher. I'm stuck. And see, look, I mentioned earlier that I'm sure there's a million versions of this game, but there's also a version where you can discard 5 cards. So like right now, let's say I was playing that version, and I could discard 5 cards. Discard this, so I can get rid of the king, put that there. 4 can get away. And you can't discard aces. That's the one that you can't discard aces in it. And actually, I would still lose because I can't. I could discard that, but I couldn't go anywhere else. So, but again, if I was actually playing 5 cards, discard, I wouldn't wait to the very end to use it. So, I still lost, but I find that discarding cards can kind of makes it really easy to win. Which I guess is nice because if you play it straight, it's like impossible to win. I would actually be curious what the odds are of winning a aces high hand. Maybe I need a better chair. Okay, I'm going to try the chair one more time. No one's watching, so it doesn't matter. That's not bad, I guess. It wouldn't be very comfortable. I'm using a wooden stool bar chair, so it's not very comfortable. I actually have a stand-up, sit-down desk for work, so it's probably I'm used to standing, and sitting throughout the day. It is much better to be standing, but if I'm playing cards and having fun, I want to sit. Well, I guess if I'm standing, it's kind of like, when you go to the casino, all the dudes who, dealers, I'm drawing a blank there, dealers, they always stand. So maybe I should stand to be more realistic. Okay, let's play another game of Aces High. Yeah, that camera's gonna be right in my face, but I can't. It would be weird if this was like that angle. Is that weird? And then it's even worse. That was stupid of me. It's a little better. Yeah, I don't know. What are you gonna do? I'll have to figure this out if anyone ever actually watches. Okay, so right off the bat, I get rid of the 5 and the 3 and the 8. Okay, I didn't shuffle very good or something. Well, whenever I have good luck, I always say I didn't shuffle well, but I never say that when I have bad luck. I don't know what that is, but I guess technically, statistically, it would be possible for you to fully shuffle a deck and then it being in direct order. I mean, that technically could be possible. It might be like 0.0000001% of it happening, but I guess anything's possible. Okay, let's get rid of that 9. Get rid of that 6. Get rid of the Jack because the ace is higher. Get rid of the Queen, the ace is higher. Get rid of the 9 because the 10's higher. Get rid of the 5 because the king's higher. Stuck again. Get rid of the 10 because the king's higher. Get rid of the 8 because the 10's higher. Get rid of the 10 because the king's higher. Excuse me. Get rid of the king because ace is higher. Get rid of the jack. King's higher. And again, this is where you make your. This is where the skill comes in. I just want to real quick check my computer. Make sure it's not on fire. I literally have my computer in. I think it's working pretty good actually. I have it in a bowl, and it's sitting on like those freezer packs you have in your freezer. Like if you take like a lunch somewhere and you put a freezer thing in, it's a blue square freezer things. I have them in a bowl, and my computer is sitting on top of it. And that's my cooling system. So obviously I'm going to put the king over there because the ace can get rid of. Put the king there, obviously. Get rid of the 2, the queen's higher. Get rid of the 6, the 10's higher. Get rid of the 10, the ace is higher. Get rid of the jack, ace is higher. Put the 3 and the queen because the king's higher. Gotta remember to keep them closer together. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to find a good way to do. Even playing Clear the Dungeon solitaire would be. I guess they make longer of these. Actually, that'd be great. If I get a longer camera, I can put it above this camera so it's not right in my face. Okay, get rid of the 3, the 4 is higher. Get rid of the 3, queen's higher. Get rid of the 4, the 5's higher. Get rid of the 5, the 9's higher. 6, queen's higher. Get rid of the 9 because of the jack. 9 because ace is higher. Get rid of the 4, 7's higher. Get rid of that, the queen's higher. Get rid of that, the 7's higher. Ooh, okay, get rid of that because the ace is higher. Ace is higher. Ace is higher. See, I have so many trapped there. And again, if I was playing, you can discard 5 cards the easy way. I mean, I just discard that and I can get rid of the king, put the ace up there. I pretty much haven't won. Okay, I can get rid of that 2. 7's higher. 7, king's higher. Yeah, I'm out. That is not a win. Get rid of the 4, the 8's higher, and I'm stuck. So I think I will play, oh, already 50 minutes. I think I'll play one more game. I'll play it with discard 5 cards. You know, I say it's easy, and I'll play it and I'll lose. Get rid of the 5. Jack's higher. Nothing. And I've had games when, like, seriously, every time I do that, all 4 cards are the different suits. I bet. Oh no. Did I put just the? Okay, I think I put just the king. So I think. I'm not paying attention. See, okay, just like I said, different suits. There we go. So I can get rid of the 8 because the 10's higher. I can get rid of that 2 because the king's higher. Get rid of that because the queen's higher. Get rid of that because the 8's higher. Now I have to remember too, if I'm playing discard 5, to actually discard 5 while I'm playing. I have a tendency, if I do play that way, to wait to the end, then it's too late to kind of move stuff around. Because again, you can discard any 5 cards except the aces. So I can get rid of that. 7's higher. Let me see what. Okay, so I'll discard that. So I can get rid of the 7 because the queen's higher. I mean, so I can get rid of 3, king's higher. Get rid of the 6, king's higher. Get rid of the 4, the queen's higher. So I'm debating whether or not, you know what, I'm going to discard those. I've discarded 3. Oh wait, yeah. So I can discard 2 more. Nope. So I get rid of the king. Ace is higher. I can get rid of that 4. Ace is higher. Get rid of the jack. Queen's higher. Get rid of the 7. Queen's higher. Probably would be a good idea to discard right now. And I'm going to discard the queen. So I can get rid of that jack. Okay, now I have a space. Put the ace there. Get rid of the 5 because of the queen. Get rid of 9 because of the ace. 7 because of the ace. 8 because of the ace. Okay, so I can discard 1 more. You know, actually, I think I like playing discard better. Maybe I will start playing it more this way. Okay, well, no, it wouldn't help me discard. Yeah, not yet. I'll save that 1 discard probably for the end. Get rid of the 4, that's higher. 2, that's higher. 10, the queen's higher. I really need to get rid of. Okay, I'm going to discard that queen. So I'm out. I've discarded 5. I can't discard anymore. So I can get rid of that. Oh, I might have just made a dumb move. Shit. Get rid of the 4. The 7's higher. Okay, go 2. Get rid of that. Ace is higher than all of them. I just put that there. What about that there? The ace is higher. See, now do I want to fill that space or draw again? I think I will draw again. That might be a foolish thing to do, but get rid of the 6. Ooh, okay, I can get rid of that because the ace is higher. Okay, put the queen there to get rid of the 10 because the king's higher. Put the king there, and I can get rid of the queen because the ace is higher. I guess just put that ace up there. I guess I will fill that. So I can get rid of that 9, the king's higher. With the 5, the jack's higher. I'm done. So I guess discarding 5 doesn't really always make it easier. It makes it more possible to win. I actually think I like playing it better that way. And that does give you a little more skill, that it's not so much just luck, because you can decide what 5 you want to discard, and that obviously will change that up. Well, I think that's going to be it for today. Did almost an hour. I think next time I'm going to try to get that Dungeons & Dragons playing card set. And next time I'll play, I'll try to, I'll get I also want to get a bigger holder for my cam. And next time I'll play Clear the Dungeon Solitaire, which is a very, very cool solitaire game. So if anyone watches this, thank you for watching. If anyone does, it was fun doing this. I like it. Bye, everyone.